Welcome back to Press Conference. How are you, Niru?
I'm good. How are you, Amanda?
I'm doing so good. I'm so excited for today's episode. You want to talk about
Yeah.
who's going to be joining us today?
We're not friends, your means to an end, no matter how many notes you send. It's Xana from Canada's Drag Race Season 5. I'm so excited.
Woo!
And also, it's been a while since we've been on the same episode,
I
hasn't it?
know. It's been a while. I've been
Yeah.
doing an episode. You've been doing an episode.
Yeah.
We've been going back and forth. But now we're back together. We'll see if Bombay
Yes.
shows. Can you imagine all of us back together? That'd be a miracle. But before we get started, we wanted
Yeah.
to give our special shout outs to our national press members here on YouTube. Shout out to at the Curly Thomas and Starlight. If you want to be shouted out at the beginning of our episodes, be sure to check out our YouTube membership program. More details are in the description if you're watching on YouTube. And as always,
And
be sure to stream our theme song, Press Conference by Mandam. And Niru, you have anything to say?
yeah, please comment because comments usually, push our videos and stuff. So please comment. Whatever. You can
Yes,
call
yes.
Amanda lazy, untalented, to say it in the comments.
Yeah, and you can roast Niru as normal.
Consider this a press conference.
So everybody, our guest today, come on, a lyrical genius, okay? She can give Diane Warren a run for her money. She is the Celine Dion of songwriting. Please give a round of applause to Xana.
Hello, it's Xana from Canada's Drag Race and Slaycation, the Shakespeare of my
Winner.
generation, truly. Yeah, I'm putting
Period.
everybody to rest with what I am capable of producing via my brain. So you're welcome,
There you go.
everybody, and thank you for having me.
We are blessed, and thank you for coming. How does it feel coming on here as a winner of Slaycation Season 2? How does it feel?
As a winner of a very, very fun reality television program, I want to say it's a lifelong dream to be
Yeah.
crowned the slayest of Cations. So here we are. I nothing changed. Nothing changed for me.
So, Zed, I want to ask you before we get to the current season, right? It's been, you. I don't want to be shady from the beginning, but this would be probably around the time when you were eliminated on your season.
It's almost been a year. Yeah, I think I got eliminated on January 3rd or something. So I'm just
Oh,
coming up on it. Yeah.
see, so how does it feel, right, after a year, your experiences on the show? How has that experience been now that you have a year
So
looking back?
and just being coming off of another show, which is obviously very
Yeah.
different. It truly, I realized I hate watching
Mhm.
reality TV. I like being on it. I don't like actually watching it back. Because I watched the first episode of Slaycation at the premiere in
Oh,
LA, and then I haven't
yeah.
watched the rest of it. I've seen the snippets and everything, which is
Yeah.
fun, but I actually don't think I enjoy doing it. I enjoy being reality TV. I just don't think I enjoy watching it.
Mm,
And I think that's something that I learned very quickly, that it's not actually about consuming it yourself, but being the
yeah.
best that you can be for everybody else. Because again, it is entertainment, and I don't always have to enjoy the things that I do. There's some things that I perform, like my verses, that I don't appreciate and like, but you know what? Everybody else does. So that's all that matters. And yeah, I think just being a Canadian drag artist, there is a lot of
Yeah.
limitations that we have. But even with season 6, obviously the girls are getting a lot more eyes on them, which is something that I feel we for 5 kind of were kind of held back from in many ways, just weird things that you never would have thought of, like being geo-locked to our country, so nobody
Yeah.
outside of Canada could even see the content unless it was screen recorded by fans and people who are enjoying the content and then posting it themselves. So it was a very different experience, I think. But I'm happy for the new girls that they're getting all the love that they're getting, because that's something that I think our season kind of severely lacked. But
Yeah.
here we are. Oh, there's too much Drag Race. Oh, I'm exhausted
Yeah.
from it. I'm like, we should be so thankful that we are tired of a queer project that is continuously pumping out content for us.
Exactly.
it is so easy to just double tap and move on, but then people are like, didn't like it. And you're like, oh, you're gonna get bucked. You're gonna get bucked so hard. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny being on something that's just like, it is so silly, and you get to just be like, yeah, none of that's real, so we shouldn't be treating it like that. But hey, whatever. Should we get into reading some girls though from a franchise?
Yeah,
That's
let's
real.
do it. Talk about reading the girls. You hear what's going on with Ginger Minj?
Yeah, I just
We
saw a
have to
bunch
talk
of that.
about it.
I think my favorite quote is keep trying for that role on Broadway if you keep like playing the victim. Bosco cleared. The fact that this got Georges back onto Twitter, insane. Like the polar opposite to anything that I've ever experienced. I'm like, none of this was real. This was so silly and fun. Love these girls. I would never, ever experience that. And I love that for them. So I hope they're all having a really good time. And I really hope this pushes us back to DragCon LA so we can bring back my girls for all these seasons.
Yes.
We're missing out on it desperately. Yeah, because clearly we need to talk about it. The girls need to chat. Because it's boiling up here.
My favorite bit, and then we're gonna go to the episode. My favorite lie that Ginger Mint has ever told is when she went on a podcast or something and said that Cynthia Erivo did the Elphaba battle cry in the Untucked to all the queens. And then Acid
Not
Betty
a single one of them remembered.
Yeah, they're like, that never happened.
They're like, that didn't happen. That's the crazy thing about like what this is that like if you're gonna lie, it better be so fucking believable. And you need everybody. You've got to be in that group chat, be like, hey girls, I just lied through my teeth. I need every single one of you to agree with what I said here. Because it's not like she lied on any of their names. She just lied about something not ever happening. But it's just like, if we're gonna lie, let's make it a little bit more believable here. So
it's so easily verifiable to like, girl, what is going on? It's just, I can't.
Yeah. Hey, I do not blame a girl for just talking out of her mouth. Like, you can say whatever you want online, apparently. And good for Ginger Minj. Love her.
What do you think of Brooklyn's look?
Okay, is this updated or is it just like being reworn?
She just didn't have boots on.
Oh,
yeah, she's definitely the boot isn't there. Yeah. The hair and makeup are obviously like different, but like the outfit itself hasn't changed.
Yeah. What do you love do you like this recycling of looks?
You know what? Recycling looks is nothing I can complain about. I guess being a host of a show, like you have to have something new. So like being able to pull this off, like however many years later, and it still looks good. I like the purple and the orange together. She looks amazing. So like that's not a problem. I do think it is lacking without the boot a little bit. Like I kind of wish. Yeah. I wish there was more of the applique. If we were gonna rewear this, like let's just throw some more on there and like maybe carve out parts of the body. But like she still looks good. It's definitely a look, and it's probably very expensive to constantly like put out those promo looks. So if she can like reuse something, I don't blame her.
You know what? She's saving their budget. I love that.
Or she was like, yeah, I'll spend another $4,000. And she's like, I'm taking that. I'm just gonna squirrel that away.
What do you think of Tracy?
She has a stylist, and I'm sure that this is just stuff pulled from Nordstrom or Holt Renfrew, a very classy establishment, and she looked great. She's very lovely.
You know what? That says everything I needed to know.
Yeah. I mean, are we really looking at Tracy for like leading us in any fashion at all?
That's
on
true.
The 4 seasons that we've had her on, like she's lovely, and she's definitely a TV legend. So, at least in Canada.
Sometimes her interviews pop up on my YouTube, and I always click on play next.
Really? In a shady or a nice way?
We're going to move on.
Okay.
So this challenge was a lip sync Lollapalooza. Well, they didn't call it lip sync slay-offs. That's what they call it. Yeah. Because copyright.
We don't have a Rue. We have no Rue for the Lollapalooza.
Oh.
But I don't think the Brooke makes sense in there.
That's true. But then RuPaul does the little voicemails. So, you could still get away with it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we could have called it RuPaul's Drag Race, but she ain't here. We could have called this a Brooke off. Would that have been better?
You know what? a little bit better. Brooke off.
Y'all
If
want
they
to
were
go do that
cooking,
Brooke off?
if they were cooking, I feel like Brooke off would be.
Maybe a mini challenge next season.
Yeah, there you go. So what they did was that the Sorain picks up letter like what's it called? Picks up
The
names from
envelope.
like this little box. Yeah, from envelope, and then the queens either get to pick their opponent or the song. So in this case, what would you do if your name was, say, picked fourth? You have choices that there are some empty slots where you can just pick a song or you can pick an opponent.
Yeah.
What's your
So
best?
I didn't get to do this on my season because they
Yeah,
decided to switch it up for mine, which I was upset about because I would have loved
yeah.
to have done this.
Hmm.
Okay, do you want me to answer what I would have done if this was our season with all
Yeah,
of
yeah,
my
yeah,
sisters? Okay,
yeah.
I would have absolutely done something super cunty and gone up against Michaela, regardless if I thought I
Oh,
could beat her or not, because I feel like
yeah,
just like doing that would be fun. And
yeah,
like I never got to perform with Michaela on the show, so I feel like it would have been like a nice, like it would have just been interesting for me as like a viewer as well as like as a friend. I'm like, oh, I love performing with her, so that would be fun to
yeah.
do. Given this situation and these options, I would have probably gone with uh the the first song, like the rocker song. It's the name is escaping me right
Oh,
now, and same with the artist.
feel good or something. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I
Oh
think
my
it was
God, what
feel
is her
good.
name? Fifi Dobson's
Or
song. I would have
yeah,
chosen
yeah.
that one for sure. I feel like that's a little bit more my vibe.
Hmm.
I would have done any of them if I didn't have a choice, but like the
Yeah,
if I could have picked, I would have done that one for sure.
that makes sense. Also, how was, because you said you were annoyed by like the lip sync group challenge on your season.
Yeah.
How was that when you heard them say like tell you guys about what the process was going to be? Was that like, you were annoyed by it? Was the whole room annoyed by it, or were some
I
people
feel
were
like
like,
we
oh,
all kind of rolled our eyes at it. We're like,
yeah,
why are we changing it? Like it
yeah,
doesn't really make sense. And then like they just picked a winner.
yeah? That was weird to me. I
Like
didn't
that's
get it.
where we were like, okay, cool, it's teams, but then we're not being judged as teams. So like
Yeah,
that, like, why are we doing a team thing if we're not going to be collectively held together?
yeah,
Like outside of the winners and the bottoms, like I may have lost my lip sync, but on paper I have a high placement there, and
yeah,
that still confuses audience members. They're like, why is she high if she lost? But I'm like, well, Sangina won for me.
yeah,
So, and it just like when you shake it down in that way, like no matter who was lip syncing at the spot that me and Uma went, it was already a tiebreaker. So we would
yeah,
never have been able, I would never have been able to win because the other two lip syncers would have essentially had nothing, like their lip sync would have been made null, you know? So it
yeah,
kind of puts you in a weird position where like they could manipulate it in any way and like it really doesn't
yeah,
matter who wins or loses. And like in this situation, like we're seeing some of the best entertainers we have on the show losing lip syncs and then being in the bottom, but like that doesn't justify the fact that they're still like a really incredible entertainer. It's just being decided, you know? So it's
that's
kind
true.
of it's interesting to see it play out this way as well. I feel like I prefer this method of the lip sync slay off versus like the whatever we got for the teams. It just doesn't really, I
Yeah,
don't think it makes sense to not do it this way.
yeah, that makes sense. So the team or like the duos in this that got in lip sync, were Maya Star and Saltina Shaker,
Maya
and
Star?
oh,
Again.
Well, yes. Well, yes. She keeps coming her way. Well, she
Maya,
makes her way back every episode, anyways.
Maya Fox and Saltina Shaker. Okay, just before even watching the lip sync, who do you think between those two would have won? Like just
I
from
feel like it's way more Saltina's vibe.
mm,
If like, because
okay,
we still haven't really seen Maya perform yet, and like we don't really
yeah,
know what her taste is, but like this is Saltina's aesthetic more or less. So I feel like it would have gone
gotcha,
to her naturally.
yeah. And what about between PM and Sammy?
That's a toss up because I think they both interpreted the song better than like I think anybody else on the cast would have. I think
Yeah.
the best two people to do that song were paired up to do that song. So
Mm. And between Van and Ebony, just
this
from
could have,
without even watching.
yeah, I feel like this could have gone either way. I feel like they both delivered here. So, and I think their looks are fine. Like I wouldn't, nothing screaming, ooh, I wish they had won because they were wearing this, you know? So
Yeah, makes sense. And karamilk and Velma.
again, this could have been like, Velma could have eaten caramel up and we would have been like, ooh, I guess so.
Yeah,
Let's hit it. But
that's true.
I feel like they were probably the most evenly matched with their abilities to lip sync, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Yeah, then that makes sense. Now, moving on to the first lip sync of the night, it was Maya Fox and Saltina Shaker. What did you think of this lip sync? I'm sorry, I can't.
Saltina Star and Maya Shaker, I think, are incredible here. So this was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't like gooning and baiting to it either. I think they both held their own. Again,
Yeah,
it's one of those things where they like seeing Maya perform like this. She kind of matched the energy for both of them. I think there
yeah,
was a point, and I like that Canada's Drag Race posted this on their fucking story and their post, being like, do a stunt or else Christmas is canceled. And it's just the compilation from this episode alone of everybody just doing things, and it's like, I get it, and we as an audience have pushed for this, and in
yeah,
any commentary, and I think just elevating in performances, like there's nothing new that we can ever do, and unless we see something brand new stunt wise happen on this stage, everything's gonna feel kind
yeah,
of played out. So seeing just splits happen is fine when it works with the chaos of a song, or it's like, oh, we never expected you to do that here, but even just
yeah,
it just feels like there's dead silence. There's not even like a sound effect underneath the splits. And like I watched this last night at a viewing party, dead silent. And it was the funniest thing to experience. No one even cheered for these things happening. And it was kind of just like, all right. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. And like I'm guilty for it too. I was doing splits. At least I felt like I was doing them in the appropriate parts of
yeah,
the songs. Like I was doing them intentionally, but this kind of felt like I have to do everything or else I'm gonna lose this lip sync. So, and it's not just
mm.
them. It feels like this whole season has kind of felt like that. So
Ooh. So, who would you pick? You said Saltina?
yeah, I think Saltina still won this lip sync. I don't think Maya, in the like outside of the fact that we have a winner and a loser, I don't think Maya lost this either. I think she still did a
Yeah.
very good job. I would have tipped them both during this if I saw this happening live. So
And what do you think of the critiques that they give after? Like, I think it's so awkward.
there's no critiques. They're just complimenting them, and then one of
Yeah.
them loses, which doesn't make sense. The same
Yeah.
thing happened on our season. Like, I think the only person who received any like actual feedback was
Yeah.
Jaylene. And it was more or less
Oh,
like, oh, it felt like you were holding back. Not like you did bad. They were like, oh, we just thought you were going to do more. Like, we felt like you felt uncomfortable. Everybody
it's a
else received
60.
good comments. And that's where it, like, it's kind of weird when they're like, oh, but you lost. But they didn't give them a
Yeah.
reason. They're just deciding who is good and who is not, essentially, based off of, like, just Brooklyn's opinion. But there's obviously a
Yeah.
team of people who make that decision. But, like, it's funny that they're not being like, oh, we wish you did this. And that's why you're not winning here today.
Yeah.
This is the moment where you should be giving feedback to these girls, especially from Brooklyn's perspective, who is an incredible performer. Like, this is
Yeah.
the fucking, like, tell me what you need me to do. Like, what would have made this better for you? Because that's so like, that's so much better. And then,
Yeah.
obviously, spoilers, everybody, sorry. These girls being in the bottom, they could have applied any of those critiques to it as well, right? Like, you just have to come up
That's
with that
true.
on your own. And it's so frustrating when you go to a place to receive feedback and you don't get it. So,
Yeah. And when they like compliment, it's so repetitive. Like, they're like, you own the stage. And
yeah.
it's like, okay, you said that to the two other girls before this, but okay.
It's giving pop star energy. I felt like I was in
Yeah.
Vegas. I love that. Yes, mama, start down slave boot. It's like,
Yeah.
okay. If they had that's an easy button, but just like any drag
Yeah.
race saying, that would actually be more productive than just saying like nothing at all.
Yeah. Amanda, what did you think?
Um, I think Saltina, like I think they both did a good job, but I think Saltina's energy definitely matched it a lot more to me. Like I think Maya was giving her a fair shot, and I think like Maya is strong enough to where even if this isn't like her thing. She's talented enough to be able to pull it off, but it's not like her best thing. And I think that was clear to me as a viewer. Also, I noticed, and I don't think this lip sync was kind of guilty of it, but it gets worse as we go on. They show the camera on the winner for so long. It's so obvious who wins. And so it's just like, I don't know if they're just trying to like hold your hand through this and like treat you like a child to lead you to the correct winner, but it was so weird. And then on top of that, but then like having the stakes of the compliments, it annoys me every time. But this season, it really, really, really annoyed me. But love these queens, and I definitely agree with Saltina being the winner.
Did you notice that they didn't cut to anybody's confessionals or reactions?
That's true.
That's true.
This is like one of the first times we haven't seen anybody like key into it. And like for my slay off, and I think 4, they did have that. Like we're seeing it like almost an lip sync in its entirety. And I agree, having the winner kind of being projected the whole time is a little annoying, because we experienced this in I think the next lip sync where someone does something really cool and we don't really get to see it except for in the background. So yeah, it's definitely it is handheld a little bit, I guess, to help justify the decision that they're making. Because if they showed Maya the whole time and then still made her lose, like, is that better? Or
it's like, I think they should kind of show maybe a little bit equal, or like if there's a reason why Maya was picked, maybe we see a little like more shots of Maya doing that, like thing that made her lose. That makes sense.
If they're not going to give the critique, show us why she lost. But if you're not going to show us why she lost, give us critique so we understand it more. If we're going to be holding hands here, like give us that kind of information.
Agreed. And with that, I'm just going to say I would have picked Maya to win because I like Maya a little bit more.
Oh, so you're biased.
Full on. Even though I can't ever say her name correctly, I like Maya better.
I love that. Give it up for her. Give it up for her.
But that's all.
So do we all agree that Saltina ate?
No. Took a bite, maybe. A light notch.
She had the entree.
Yeah. It's like, just like a little bite. Do we have a bite? No. Nibble. There we go. And our next lip sync is I'm Alive by, not by, with Sami Landry and PM.
It's by Sami Landry now.
Yeah.
Rewritten.
What do you think of this?
This song is interesting, and they kind of forced a spoken word into it, because like last year we had a real spoken word. This was just a live recording of someone speaking and then singing as well, versus like an actual spoken word lip sync. And I think the best one that has ever happened was between Monet and was it Trinity?
Jinx.
It was Monet and Jinx doing that on All Winners. Like that's a real spoken word, because it's not a song. So I feel like we could have gone in a different direction here if we wanted to do that specifically. And you can't say that this is a performance. This is like art. They're doing something else versus like a natural lip sync, if that makes like, even though it is lip syncing, it's not the same thing that we consider. Like comparatively to what we just witnessed to this, like this is a completely different challenge, I would say. I think they both did a great job. PM riffing off of like actual tones and notes in the music, and then Sami hitting the just like the random enunciations and like the teeth lick, which is so clearly something that Celine did. So that's like they both played it in a different way, but also hit the same notes. So I feel like this was like the most like evenly done performance. I don't think either of them lost it either. This could have been a double win, because that would have, I think, been better to see than one person losing.
Yeah. Also, what do you think of the weirdos picking to go against each other?
So this was unintentionally smart. Because that should have been the game plan from the beginning. They both should have chosen the same song, because then that guarantees one of them wins and then the other one is safe. So that just only means that one other person has to win their lip sync to be another safe person. So that's where it kind of like they didn't do it in a way that would have made sense. They unintentionally just picked that. And like we saw this with Ebony and Van as well, where there's like they have an alliance but they go up against each other. But it does make sense if you intend on saving the person you beat. So it's just like if you both lose, then you're kind of there's no winning there. So
that's true.
I think it would have worked better if Sami was by herself with somebody else and PM and Velma went up against each other. That would have worked, I think, in their favor more.
That's true, because they'll have two people. Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I think Sami was winning this lip sync no matter who went up against Sami.
Yeah, 100%. Also, I kind of am sad that Sami didn't get to do Pink song, the You Plus Your Hand. Because I think Sami looks like Pink.
Like, fair. Okay. Sami does look like a Quebecois Pink for sure. Not black Pink, but Quebecois Pink.
Quebecois Pink, exactly. She's like kind of like a cross between Pink and Morgan McMichaels to me. So it's like I would have loved to see. But anyway, Amanda, what do you think of this?
For me, I was like, yeah, Sami won that. I think PM and Sami both did comedy in two different ways. Like PM did comedy that it is funny, but it's like a lot more serious, if that makes sense. Like it's still good, but it's like yeah.
So you're saying that PM was funny, but in an unfunny way?
I think Rue would like it. Like PM is phenomenal, but I think I prefer when they do, like, they obviously don't get a choice. They didn't really, like, they get a choice, but they didn't get the choice. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this song was still good, and I think if they were up against somebody that wasn't Sami, they would have won. But I just think the interpretation when you have Sami embodied like that kind of comedy that you think of when not making fun of, but like impersonating in an SNL sort of way of Celine Dion. I think she just understood that sort of humor in a different way than PM did. And
it was just because she's French, it made more sense.
Maybe
they're both French, when they were coming from that French like perspective, where PM I don't think has that understanding. There's comedy in that different specific way, where Sami is French, so she can be that silly French person like Celine Dion is. So
that's true. I unfortunately am terrible about this side of pop culture and like kept forgetting that Celine Dion is French despite having an accent. And I was like, Titanic lady.
Not even the Titanic lady. The girl who sang a song from Titanic.
Titanic, yeah.
She wasn't even there.
She's not Kate Bush. She's not Kate Bush, Amanda.
Oh, yeah, from Stranger Things, Kate Bush. I love her.
Oh, wait. Kate Winslet. My bad. Not Kate Bush.
I was going to say, I had no idea that was what Kate Bush looked when she was young.
Literally? You mean Kate Starr from Canada's Drag Race?
Yeah, Kate Starr.
Yeah.
Let's see what you have to say, Niru.
Wait, I agree with Amanda that I think like Sami definitely lip sync as if Celine Dion herself was on the stage. Like I think for me, PM's just felt, how do I say this nicely? I liked Sami's way better, so I think Sami won, 100%. Like it was very enjoyable. Like just I don't know. It's just like the ballad type, and then she would like do something funny while PM was like twirling and like moving, and it's just I don't know. I like Sami's better. Sorry, I love PM though.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset that PM was in the bottom. Like I know that was the rules, but it was like, why do they only get one shot and then they're in the bottom?
It feels like they should still lip sync again, like to like yes, the winners have to move on, but I think anybody who loses their lip syncs should be able to like win another one to place fourth, you know, versus like everybody being in the bottom, because then at least we can still do that final bottom two, because two more people still have to lose a lip sync. I think that would be fair.
Mm-hmm.
But then they have this silly little thing where they're eliminating two girls
with no reason to either.
Yeah,
because when it happened on season 4, they had a double Shantae, so like it makes sense that they do a double sachet. Versus like this one, they're like, we're just gonna send two of y'all home. Bye.
It was just so unnecessary. I think they're trying to like pull up the stakes or whatever, but it's like it just annoyed me.
Yeah.
Because now you've got like a queen that could have won, honestly, like had a real shot. We're gonna talk about later. Went home, so it's just it pisses me off. Anyway,
Yeah. Star.
yeah, my
Yeah.
star. Our next lip sync was Van Gogh and Ebony Labelle.
Mhm.
What do you think?
This song is beautiful. It and here's like my problem with this kind of formatting when we do something like this. This is not a double person song. This is a single
Mm.
person song that could be performed by themselves or with like a background, something a little bit more of a stage dressing. So like when you get
Yeah,
a song like this on a performance challenge, it doesn't really work when there's two people doing it. And I feel like that happens a lot with a lot of our like ballad songs on Drag Race, not even just Canada,
yeah,
but just Drag Race alone, where you get something where it's like you can't just like fake your way through it, and it needs to be way more thought through and intentionalized. Where this is essentially just improv. Like we're practicing this in the hotel room, don't get me wrong, but we're also practicing and performing to nobody. So it comes off a lot different when there isn't an audience really to engage with it either.
yeah.
And I think both of them did a very serviceable job of this. I just don't think the song had very many levels enough to like do what everybody was doing, you know?
Mm, makes
It's
sense.
fine though. It was fine.
So, who won for you, and why was it Ebony?
If I can make up an excuse, I feel like Ebony just did the French better.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could feel Van's lisp through the French. So
Wait, then can you speak French? No,
no.
no.
I'm on the other side of Canada where we don't really do that. There's
Mm,
yeah. I can read French and I can sometimes understand it conversationally, but if I had a
yeah.
real French speaker, like someone from France, try to talk to me, I'd be like, no.
Do you, do you like any French songs? Any Celine Dion's French song?
Not
Because I know
really.
one.
Like
I love one. I
there's
just
like
wanted to
that
mention it.
the TikTok one, I think that like this TikTok song that went pretty popular. I don't know what it's called. I think Danse Nuit or something.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you, but that's the only French song that I'm like, oh, fun, like cool.
I like the one where she goes encore un soir. I love that one. It's very good. Look it up. It's very good. I love that song. They should put that on Canada's Drag Race now that we have French songs on there.
Apparently,
It's a
we can
really
do anything now. We don't have to limit ourselves to
yeah.
French or Canadian music. We get
That's
buttons,
true.
or not buttons. We get don't ya. We get pink.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
which of
thought.
the Pussycat Dolls is Canadian? How are we
Right.
justifying this right now? Like
I thought,
even
oh my god, I had no idea Pink was Canadian. I genuinely
Yeah,
thought that
that's what I
she
was
just
thinking too.
she's not.
I was like, oh, Pink is Canadian. I was like, that's so cool.
Mm. No. That's an American woman from the suburbs. She is not
Even
Canadian. It's funny. It's like even just like the getting the yeahs, and people are like, oh, that's a Canadian person, even though it's an American remix, and it's all over the place. But I'm glad that they're branching out. We're running out of Canadian artists
that's
to
true.
use, so
They should just keep like the finale song Canadian and then everything else like free Willy.
that's fine. That is so
Yeah.
fine. One Canadian song can be used, but we don't have to do it. I think we're all kind
Yeah.
of under the impression that like it's not the best.
What do you think of this lip sync, Amanda?
I definitely agree with the winner again. I think like I did, especially this first round, I agreed with everything that came about. I think they both did a really good job. I'm just obsessed with Ebony, and I couldn't stop staring at her because obviously she moves incredibly like well and flows so well. And also her makeup today, oh my god, I just could not stop looking. It was so good. And she's just on another level. And I think, oh yeah, I'm so glad we got to see her lip sync because I knew she was funny and very personable, but we didn't get to see this till now, and now she's just such a strong contender for me. I think I was
Yeah.
very impressed.
I think
Sure.
the thing that Ebony has is that she's a performer, but she's also an entertainer, which I
Mhm.
can't say that for everybody. Like some people can perform, but they're not entertaining, where I think she has
Yeah.
both of those things down. And it's just like she connects with the music just in such a specific way that just elevates her above even some of the better like performers that we see on Drag Race. So she definitely has something inside of her that's just like working overtime for her, and I live. So
Yeah, she's so likable, so personable. Like really, I love Ebony, and I definitely think Ebony won this. I also think Van wasn't like bad.
no,
Like
Right.
I think she
and
definitely
that's the
was.
thing. Like they're not a bad
Yeah,
perform. They didn't do a bad job. They didn't. I did they fall during this number?
I
I think in the trick compilation that Drag Race posted, they showed Van just falling instead of doing a trick. And then I think I saw
oh
her responding saying she just kind of fell. Like she went to the ground, but in like a nice way. But I think she fell. And maybe that's why she lost, because she slipped up, and it's
no.
we're breaking teeth or whatever the saying is for this
Yeah,
one. You got to do the small
yeah.
little details. So
Also, I forgot to talk about this when the PM and Sami lip sync was going on. I just want to say it. When the critiques was going on, they were like, Sami, you were like Celine Dion on stage. You were like, I was in Vegas or whatever. And then where PM was like, you moved.
yeah,
I was like, damn, okay.
Oh.
They were just
you
like
were
really
there.
trying.
Thank you for participating in it. Yeah, thank you.
And I was like,
Wouldn't it
well,
be kind of
there you go.
gaggy though if they just like in the critiques were like, I didn't like the buttons on your shoe, so you're in the bottom.
Oh, I
Also,
wish.
like, question for you, because in the lip sync layoffs, how quick is the decision made about the lip sync? Like after the critiques, is it as quick as we see it on the episode, or is there like some like 10 minutes gone?
Um, well, because they're not really giving us critiques, so it's you go down every judge and they say something.
Yeah, yeah.
So like it's about, I guess it would be about 10 minutes in real time, and then it's like immediate, but like the critiques I don't think are getting in the way of their decision. I think they already know. It's just they're doing
Oh,
it
okay,
to set up the scene. So
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, because I was just like, they're not really building suspense with like giving both of them good critiques, because
Yeah.
we know the result instantly.
Yeah, like if the like how in Drag Race when they do theirs, the girls are like they go
Yeah,
sit in the back and they don't even know, and like
yeah,
you if they did the lip syncs all four in a row and then brought them back and then decided the
yeah,
winners, that would build a little
Oh,
bit
I
more
like
suspense, I
that.
guess,
yeah,
especially if we're just giving positive critiques. But I just it's just the formatting that they've chosen for this, and I think
yeah.
the quick like the pacing of this episode seems fine. It doesn't feel like it's drawing on either because we're having a good time watching this aspect of the show.
That's true.
So
That's true. Also, they cut out all the like time for you to lip sync for your like win or
yeah,
something. Like they cut out most of it. So I was like, okay, good.
yeah, I don't even remember if that was the same on the other seasons, but
No, RuPaul
we
says
are
it every
missing that
time.
like it doesn't have that natural like thunder crash in the build
Yeah,
of whatever the scene is. So yeah, it's definitely because I think the situation is different. We're not really lip syncing for our lives yet, but definitely
yeah,
are positioning this week.
yeah. And then the final lip sync of the first round, we have Karamilk and Velma Jones.
Mhm.
What do you think?
Let's lip sync for track record, I guess. The I'm gonna skip right to the end when Brooklyn was like, "Yeah, we got to see you perform so much this year," and she's like, "Yeah, babe." Just the immediate read and her not even picking up on it until everyone starts
Yeah,
fucking laughing. This was fine. I feel like because we've seen Caramel perform so much, we're kind
yeah,
of not seeing another side of her, and I don't think this song would have lended her any of that. Like if she had tried to do something different with this song, I don't think it would have gone over very well. But if we had
hmm,
seen her like have to do the Celine song, we would have seen something different from her, which I don't like. She's a great performer, so like getting to see what she does best is great. I feel the same way about Nira. It's like I would love to see you do the same thing over and over and over again because you do it the best. Why would I want
yeah,
anybody? Why would I want anything different? Getting to see Velma do this as well, like really kind of shows because we haven't seen anything like this from her yet. So getting to see this side of her is like really, really cool. And like
yeah.
she can perform. And like even the fact that she's like, yeah, I would never have chosen a song like this myself. The fact that she has the capability of doing it
Master.
is incredible.
They should have given her a chance to swap or steal. Usually they give the last queen a chance like that. It
Yeah,
would have been
that would
really
but that's
funny.
the stakes. That's the stakes that we're missing from this.
Yeah,
Like, oh yeah, well, since you go last and you don't have an option, you actually get to choose a replacement. You can push somebody out
yeah,
and get them to do something else. Like that's the stakes that we need from this kind of thing.
yeah,
And hopefully the producers hear that because that would be so cunty to do.
yeah. She'll be like, I want this song. I'm alive, I want. So Sammy, get out.
Yeah.
And then she would win, probably.
Like if they go really into this like Big Brother Survivor mode where they have like, I have a hidden idol that allows me to switch my song
Yeah.
instead of like having like the golden beaver or whatever. Like if we had like those kind of things, like if they had like the
Yeah.
secret maple leaf that allowed you to do that, like that's the shit that like if we're gonna go there, let's just go there.
Yeah. It would be so much fun. Like the girls are already scheming for
Mhm.
something like Golden Beaver. Imagine how much they would scheme for like something that actually gives them an actual advantage
Yeah.
rather than just saving someone, you know, like where they can actually do something for themselves in the challenge. Like it would be
I
actually
agree.
really cool.
Because like even
But
if you win like a mini challenge, it would actually make you work a little harder to like if you
yeah,
get something like you get your $2,500 or whatever, but then you also get that
yeah,
a secret immunity or an idol that you don't know how it's going to be played until the next day. Like
yeah,
that's something that like would actually elevate what this is if we're gonna go this hard with the scheming. Because you can only scheme
yeah.
so much, and even like the weirdos trio trying to like work this into their system and then they didn't like play it out the way that it needed to. It just doesn't make sense. So.
All of them in the bottom. That was so funny. What do you think, Amanda, of this?
Maybe you want to go first, Niru. I don't know.
I like
Oh, we're getting
caramel.
mean. We're getting so mean on the pod.
I liked caramel in this, but I don't really remember a lot of this. And I even rewatched it like 2 hours before we filmed this. And I don't remember a lot. But I
You
do
don't
I think
remember it?
caramel.
I just remember Velma doing, I guess, what would have been considered a round off into a jump split, but we only saw it from the other side of the stage from the perspective of that
That's
camera through caramel.
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to show anything cool. How are we
Well,
gonna remember?
we can see the angle of that other side of the stage now this year, so we might as well be showing off what the fuck's going on that side of it, huh?
They fired Brad Goreski to buy that camera.
They had to take him off the panel to get that angle. They had to put the camera right there where he sat. Yeah.
Are you sad that Brad Goreski's gone?
Oh no, a
Yeah.
white man disappeared from the judging panel. What a shame.
I'm so happy.
I'm sure he's very lovely. Barely got to speak to him on the season. He didn't follow any of us. So we really have no interaction with him. And outside of him being able to deliver his lines, I'm sure he was fine. So
I'm
think
sure he's living his best life in WeHo as a friend.
Yeah, with a real
yeah, I
husband.
think he's working for Demi right now. She's having a big year, so he's busy.
Oh, putting her in those white t-shirts?
Yes, ma'am. But I think Carson, if we're gonna delve into this, I think Carson just has a little bit more personality and like life to what he's doing, and I think his experience on this show is helping breathe that into what we're seeing on the series. So it's a very good choice to bring him on.
Yeah, so true. Amanda, what do you think? You kind of
Okay. I've had enough time to sit here and think about how I'm going to say what I want to say. Going into this episode as a viewer who doesn't have any perspective on, let's say, all these queens' performance skills before watching the show, like you go in with a blank slate. I think in your mind you will think, because you don't know everyone else's capabilities, other than maybe PM, that Karamilk is one of the strongest performers. However, we see people like Ebony, we see Van lipsync again, we see Saltina, we see Maya all before this. And then you kind of, I think, at least in my mind, I realized, okay, she is a good lip syncer, but the rest of the cast just revealed their lip sync strengths. So it was tough. It made this lip sync and then Velma lip syncing something that A, she didn't have a choice. B, is absolutely not what she performs. And she says that, or not says it, but agrees that this is not what she would go for. It was just a really tough watch. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, obviously, but it's just like, honestly, I know people are like the stereotype is like, I don't know. I think Canada is really, really good. I think it's one of the best produced, at least from the cast side. So, and everyone's been really high caliber. So it's still good, but it's just weak in comparison to what I've seen this season. And but Karamilk, I think, definitely outperformed Velma, I'm like proud of her for doing the moves. I think maybe if she gets more experience, like she could really pull it off. But I think Velma specifically, you can tell is more of a character performer, like with the drag orchestra. So I don't know. I think, yeah, it wasn't like I don't want to like shit on it completely because I think everyone did their best, but it was the weakest. Yeah.
It's like if we saw Johnny out on this stage doing Tate McRae, that
Yeah.
would have
Oh,
been
yeah.
very a
Yeah.
stark difference to how Velma probably would have performed this number.
Yeah.
Or we
I
would
would
have
have
just
loved
seen
to see
Johnny doing all
Johnny.
those backflips and the splits and everything. And I think this song specifically was probably this performance was the guiltiest of trying to one up everybody. Like everybody's going into these arches and the back bends now. And not to say that I didn't do that as well, but it was just like one of those things that it's like we're seeing it 4 times an episode versus like maybe twice a season, especially
Yeah.
just back to back to back. Everybody's doing it. And like as a performer seeing that, I would watching these lip syncs, I'd be like, okay, I'm not gonna do that now because someone's already gone ahead and done it. You know, even if you're trying to one up somebody in a number, and I think it's very important to pay attention to what your competitor is doing during that so you can like outdo them, but they were just doing the same thing. And then it just got to a point where it was like, well, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and that's what the song and the performance became versus like actually performing the song for me.
Yeah.
Agree. Oh, also one last thing. I feel like tinfoil hat. I feel like this feels like it was set up to send Velma to the bottom. Like they just wanted her in the bottom. If they called her last and that was the song left, maybe it was just pure luck. But it felt funny
There's
as a viewer.
no way. There's no way that they rigged the bowl.
Oh, there was somebody in the table giving out a piece of
Oh yeah,
paper.
because we never really saw Serene dip in, so they probably just like, okay, take this one now.
Yeah.
I swear it came out of an envelope. Am I crazy? Oh my
There was an
God.
envelope. It was all in envelopes, but there was a fishbowl of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, there's
yeah.
unless she like didn't swish her hand around
Yeah.
and pulled out.
Effie trinket.
Yeah, she was not.
Yeah.
I don't think she was. I don't think it was that. I don't think it's that crazy. I think it just happened to be this way.
It's like in All Stars 10 when the balls were not moving at all. So it was just like
They're just doing that for show. They're just getting that hot guy up there, just like, okay, go ahead and spin it. It's for Rue.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, look how the 2 people eliminated. We're going to talk about that, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Yeah.
And now we are moving on to the round 2. How does anybody remember how they picked who's going to go against who? Because they just kind of randomly started, right?
So, from what I heard, and I don't think this is backstage tea or anything, or like we're not allowed to know. I think it's just the people to the left and the people to the right.
Oh.
Because Karamilk and Ebony won, so they were patched together,
Yeah.
and then it was Sami and Saltina patched together.
That
So I
makes
think
sense.
that's the tier that they rose with.
Okay, that makes sense. So basically Saltina and Sami lip sync to Doncha by Pussycat Dolls. What do you think? Before you begin, I just want to say the person who won this lip sync is actually Raven. Because she lip synced this in All Stars 1.
Yes,
Remember
she did.
with Alex? Oh, was it All Stars 1? Yeah, All Stars 1, and then she won.
Yeah. Ooh,
That's what I'm gonna say.
deep cut. Okay. Love the song. When it started playing, I was like, fuck yeah. And I think that kind of goes for like most things. Like if we relate to the song or we like the song, we can actually like anything happens and we're like, fuck, this is the best thing we've ever witnessed in our lives.
Yeah.
But if you hate the song and it's not good, double down. I think they both did a serviceable job. I don't think the reveals were very necessary for this. I don't think they were timed well, and I don't think anything was being revealed. Because there was one point Sami took off her skirt, and I was like, okay, it's just a bodysuit, and I can see her tuck it up. Like, woo! And then Saltina also untied her skirt. And I was like, okay. Not even in an appropriate part of like the song where I'm like, oh, this is like a build up, like we're gonna see that. And like she also came out in a coat twice.
Yeah.
And just took it off. So I sure.
Yeah. Sure. And you agree with the winner? Sure.
I think that again they both chose a very distinct way of doing this. And we've already seen Sami kind of walk around to a song before in the first lip sync. So like there really isn't any like perspective or notable change to it outside of
Mm.
like the song that she did with PM to like that's a different style of what she's doing. So it's just like
Yeah.
she was stationary and then she wasn't. So it's just kind of like it was fine. I feel like Don't is kind of more of like a raunchier, like rough and
Yeah.
tumble.
Typical
Like if you
sex.
walk into a
Yeah.
dive bar, if I saw Sammy performing this, I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to see that. Versus like I don't know if this is Saltina's vibe, you know?
Mm.
So like it's interesting that she won this over Sammy, and I feel like there is a bias with Sammy, and I don't blame them. I think she's incredible. So like I kind of wish Sammy would have won, but I think Saltina did. I think they both did a fine job. Neither of them I was like,
Mm.
this is life changing. So
Yeah. Also, Amanda, before you begin, I just want to say, like, before I forget what I want to say about this. Okay. I thought Sammy was fine. I thought Saltina was fine. But you know what pissed me off? And this is so, like, this probably just like a personal opinion, but Saltina randomly switching from sexy and towards the end going the comedy route with her, like, sniffing Sammy's ass and then pretending it smells and then trying to do, like, that felt so weird to me because it's like you started off very sexy. You two could have, like, instead of smelling her ass, you could have pretended to eat it.
don't
And you could
smell her
still
ass.
and then, it was just like she was going for so sexy, and then all of a sudden she's doing like camp or whatever they call it, like the comedy, and it just kind of didn't match with the song at all. And I was like, I was just literally just give the win to Sammy because of that, just that, because it's like, why would you do that? You could have done like if from the very beginning she could have made it funny, and I would have been like, sure, like you're doing comedy in this song, but then randomly midway through you're just completely turning it into like a comedy bit. I just didn't like that. Anyway, that's just my personal opinion. And I know nothing about lip sync, so this is purely on just watching basis. Okay,
I mean,
before anybody comes
as a
for me.
viewer, it's important that you have taste in like what you like, and if you're just like if you see something like that and you don't like it, that's an appropriate opinion to have. Like you don't
Thank you,
have to have the experience in actually doing it. You're coming from another side of it, right? So
thank you, because
yeah,
that's
of
all.
course.
I liked until that part. I liked what Saltina did until that part. After that, I was
Mm.
like, girl, oh, is that a dog? Oh no, that's. I
It's my fox stole.
was like,
Sorry.
oh, dog.
It's really cold in Canada. I have to go with my indigenous roots and just have my
Oh, I love
my
it.
warmth.
It
So
looks really
sorry.
comfy.
Ah.
So comfy. So anyway, Amanda, you go.
I really thought in my heart and my soul, I was like, Sammy won that. Sammy, yeah. Because not I know she was also just walking around again, but she was doing different things while walking around, like pointing to the camera and like really working it and eating the stage presence up. I think maybe it's just Sammy has really good star quality. And not
Yeah.
Maya star,
Mm.
but star
Oh.
quality. Like
Hey,
not
hey.
the same with Maya star, just news.
So you think Saltina
name
doesn't?
I think Saltina Star does as well. It's just in a different way, but I think I really like Sammy. I thought, I don't know, she kind of gave Sammy was giving what I feel like everyone when they were like young, like in their childhood bedroom was doing lip syncing to Don't Ya? Like, I don't know, it resonated with me more, I think.
Hmm.
And
You saw
I'm also
yourself.
very biased. Maybe. And I saw I don't know. I have a bias for Sammy.
I think it's
So.
just unfortunate because like I don't think neither of them were like clear winners, and then it's just decided for us, you know. And like going back to even like our hand holding points earlier, it's like if we're gonna show us why someone lost, so then it's like a little bit
Right.
more palpable to this because
Yeah.
like both of them did fine, but I don't think either of them outperformed each other. So
Yeah. True.
but
Now we're gonna
imagine
move.
if I can hold on, let's go back. If I can fan
Yeah.
cast this number, I want to see the girlfriend experience and maybe like Kimmy. I want to see Kimmy and girlfriend go at it to Don't Ya, because that's like
Girlfriend.
the vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
By the
just me.
time Pussycat Nicole Searchingberger sings the last note, girlfriend would be full on naked,
Yeah,
dry humping the
she
stage,
would be
and I would be
completely blurred out on
yeah.
camera, just like
Yeah.
yeah. And I want that.
Yeah. I know Serene Fox would gag.
Okay, can we talk about Serena a little bit?
Yes.
she was being such a mom that she just wasn't even swearing. And I was like, can we please get a guest judge that is comfortable with swearing, please? Because she
Literally.
said heck at one point, and I was like, no,
Yeah.
no. You can swear. We're talking about pussies on this show. You can swear, Miss Dion.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you know what was on fire. Like, girl, I don't know what. You should
What
say
was
it.
it? What was it,
Yeah.
Serene? Yeah. Wild.
Anyway, moving on, we have Karamilk versus Ebony Labelle. And
This
what do
was
you
good.
think? It's Kelly Rowland's song.
Yeah, and God bless Kelly Rowland. Obviously, Kelly.
Yeah.
Which, if we can bring it back to that Untucked moment when I brought that up, and no, the joke went over everyone's head. I was like, alrighty, fuck my drag. Love Kelly Rowland. Do I wish this was Commander? Yes.
Mm,
Still a very fun song. I think Kelly has some really, really good performable drag music for like doing something like this. And this is where I can see this song having two people performing it at the same time, and like it's a competition song. So this
yeah.
is very well done. I think both of these girls did incredible. And I do think Ebony just has that little extra that I
Yeah.
think we've exhausted from Caramel when she's up against somebody
Mhm.
who doesn't have that. So yeah.
So good. What do you think, Amanda?
Honestly, exactly the same. Same. I felt like Ebony just has that factor, that star quality, I guess.
If you don't have
She's
I've
got
been
star
the star
watching.
dog
get
quality.
the fuck out.
You have, yeah, exactly.
This was the best lip sync of the night for me. I
Really?
I really
Yeah.
loved it. I was like really into it. I loved both of them. I was like, this is kind of equal almost, but I will say Ebony definitely took the edge a little bit. Just because I think when Caramel lip syncs, right, she's very sexy and beautiful and it's amazing. But what Ebony does is even with the sexiness and everything, she gives us layers. So it would be
Mm-hmm.
like her face, which is explicitly more, and it's more emotive in a way where it feels more engaging. It's more, and I'm going to talk more about that when she was lip sync against Saltina, because I think that's what kind of put her apart from, like you said, she's an entertainer as well as like a real performer.
Yeah.
Like you could see like her just moving her face and her like she's very expressive in a way that's very feels very engaging to me. So
Yeah.
I really connected a lot to what Ebony did. Loved it.
I agree. It feels like Ebony's pulling us along, whereas
Hmm.
Caramel is popping up.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, cool. And
Very
then, but Ebony has been holding us the entire time. She's like, oh, let's show you this part of the song. Now come over here. I'm going to show
Yeah.
you over here. And
Yeah.
that's where I think like you can see her like put the song on where Caramel is just like dancing around it and going
Yeah.
through it. So
Mm.
Agreed. So, oh my God, now it's time for the final winning, like for the win lip sync.
for the
We have,
win.
yes, we'll have Ebony versus Saltina. What do you think?
It was more Ebony. And
And
yeah,
her backup
it was
dancer.
Ebony. Ebony was there. I like what she's wearing. I feel like it was nice to see it like unzip and undo, and it's the same material underneath. I hate the black boot, especially the length of boot.
Yeah.
If it was a thigh high, I think I would have been a little bit more forgiving. But I'd need another black accessory somewhere else to tie it in. That's just a personal, like if we're gonna do this, like
Yeah.
let's go for it. What's the song again?
Oh my God. Let me look
Sarah
it up.
McLachlan? No. That was the finale song. This is the pink
Yeah.
one. This is the pink song.
Oh yeah. You plus your hand.
Yeah, I think Ebony just kind of like the velour tracksuit of it all, kind of like
Yeah.
she fit the song way better. Yeah, I think she just kind of outperformed Saltina, where I think Saltina, this song is very suited to like what she's capable of doing, and it's very much like suburban mom rock music
Yeah.
that I think Saltina has that kind of energy for, but I think Ebony just has that kind of the star doll quality to
Yeah.
just kind of take herself there. And yeah, I think she kind of walked circles around Saltina on this one. So
Agreed. What do you think, Amanda?
I agree. I thought Ebony really had this one in the bag. This was Ebony's to win. It was to the point, like both do well, but it was to the point where we were still going the song, I was like checking my imaginary watch and being like, is it over yet? Like I think we put Saltine in the grave with Ebony's performance already. Like I feel bad. Can we just like skip to the end? Like we don't need to keep going.
She should have
Like-
Ginny Lemoned off. Just like, let her have it.
Yeah, exactly. But I just think Ebony has such an incredible lip syncing skill. And if she doesn't win this season, I need her like to be either on a versus the world that's not Canada, like go to the UK and perform, or or be in global. Like I just say that because I want more people outside of the Canadian audience to see it. No shade to Canada. I don't even, hey, maybe they're not even going to do another Canada versus the world. It's been crickets.
That's true.
Who would actually know that? That's crazy. I feel like Ebony solidified herself in the Georges megaverse.
Yes.
Where she's trans Georges for sure. So if we could have a whole season of just the Georges timeline, I think that would be a good versus or global moment. Yeah.
Lip syncs would be so fabulous.
Mm-hmm. They're all in the bottom every week because we just need to see them perform.
Yeah, it's just lip sync, one long lip sync Lollapalooza. It's just
okay. Now that we've come to this, what do you think of this being like a standalone episode and not being the reunion episode? Because like we get this in America for the reunion episode now, and the stakes are a little different because it's like they have everything to kind of like prove for it. And it's like you want to see some of these girls like fucking devour, but I feel like for this one, because it is its own challenge, it's not really like a let me show off. The vibe is a little different. I think that's where we're also missing the stakes on it too. What do you all think about like the difference between this kind of performance?
You're saying that like because it's like part of the challenge, there's no stakes, or
no, because like in when they do it at the end of the season for like a regular franchise, it's like these girls have lost. This is their redemption. They're coming back to show off.
Yeah.
Versus this is a challenge and that you've lost because someone said so. And then you have to prove yourself in this final lip sync, but like it doesn't really, like you don't have that opportunity.
Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels different when it's a challenge versus like, oh, let me prove you wrong.
Yeah. I honestly I agree. Like reunion lip sync Lollapalooza would be a little bit better, honestly, because then you see kind of Morphine dominate, and then you see like her winning at the end, and nobody's like the eliminated queens are just eliminated already, so there's not a lot. But here, I think you'd also lip sync with 3 people, and that's always kind of chaotic.
Yeah.
So it's not even like, and sending 2 girls home, that's just too much. So yeah, I agree. I think it should just be like a fun reunion thing where the queens, like whoever wins gets a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Because you're doing all this for like what, $5,000, which is great, but you know,
5,000 Canadian dollars.
And y'all don't get
not
taxed
even real
on the
money.
gift.
It's that plastic money.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think that's what you're saying, right? You're just saying that reunion.
Well, it's just like the stakes here don't feel real versus like when you do it for the reunion episode, there's still a little bit more to play with.
Yeah.
Versus like this one, it's like you are literally subjugated to a challenge where it's like this isn't really a challenge unless you do something that's outside of your wheelhouse.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you also get like queens like Megami who really surprise you.
Yes.
You know, like
where like you don't really get that opportunity here. Like if we were shocked by like seeing Maya and Velma perform for the first time, but like at that point, if it's a reunion, you've already seen them go home, so they've already done a lip sync or like a musical challenge. So like you kind of already seen a little bit of their abilities. So
yeah, that's true. Before we move on to like the elimination and all that stuff, I just want to say about this lip sync, Saltina, great dancer, but she just dances. Does that make sense? Like I've said it like before too, where Ebony really, like you said, really brings you into the performance and into the song and wears it. But it was so prevalent with Saltina, and I love Saltina, and I love that she performs well. But it felt so like with the contrast that Ebony was so engaging, while Saltina was kind of distant in my opinion.
Saltina was performing the song, but Ebony was performing the vibe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. So
very.
like you're seeing beats be hit, you're like, cool, cool, cool. But Ebony was like, this is my bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, so true. Now we find out obviously. Oh, Ebony wins the challenge. They go to Untucked. And then at one point they're saying like, who would I vote, like, give the beaver to? And Saltina is talking about how Velma, she's crying. Velma's crying, so she's saying good things to Velma. And then Van gets angry, saying that Saltina is a fake bitch.
Yeah.
And there's gives this long ass monologue. Which, before I ask you like your opinion on all this, I just want to say, Wow Presents Plus, fuck you and your subtitles. Fuck
It's
you. Because
it's
at one
AI,
point it
babe.
was, I hate it. Use a fucking person, pay them $18 or 25 or however dollar is like the minimum wage or whatever. Pay them and then let them caption it, because I know some gay ass intern would love to do it.
Someone would do it for
Right.
free. They could
Yeah,
get someone to do
literally.
that for free.
They should.
Literally.
I'll pay me the minimum. I'll do the Japanese one, because if you are trying to watch it in Japanese, any franchise, it literally is gibberish. It doesn't make any sense.
I
It's
like
so,
like-
when you see it in like English from like a non-English speaker and it just says
Yeah.
speaking Canadian or speaking French, but they don't actually
Yeah.
have a subtitle. You're like, all right.
It's so frustrating. And for sometimes in the international franchises, they don't have the lyrics to the songs, like
Yeah.
when they're performing like a musical challenge. And in this one, I rely a lot on subtitles, because sometimes, like Amanda knows, I have a really bad hearing. Like I don't understand. You can be
I
speaking to
can't
me,
hear
I will
without
not
my
understand.
subtitles.
It literally, I can't. And it's so, the reason I can't hear, that's why I wear glasses. So it's like, I genuinely hate it that at one point they were like Canada's Drag Race and the subtitle said Cannabis Drag Race.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. When I do like a video on Instagram and I put captions on it, it says
Yeah.
Xana from Cannabis Drag Race.
Like,
and I'm enunciating it too. I'm not like
yeah,
slurring it at all. And like
yeah,
even here, I think at some point there was a caption that said, "Oh, Vanjie," and when they're talking about Van Goth, and you're like,
yeah,
they're not even close. That the
at
AI
all.
has picked up on Vanjie so much from the queer ass fucking television show that it's calling another performer that.
Yeah. And at one point, Tainomi, they mentioned Tainomi, and I was like, wait, what? And it was just some like I don't even know what they were talking about. It was just like Tainomi, and I'm like, okay, it just,
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it. Please, if you're listening, stop it. And
Enough! You get
enough
out of
is
there!
enough.
Yeah.
I was so tired of this. And literally, Loki didn't even want to watch like Philippines, Drag Race Philippines this year because of the
Yeah.
subtitles.
Well, it was like
just so
so
painful.
bad for the
So
Philippines,
bad.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was really bad. And I hate it. Like, please fix it, please. Because you're going to alienate so many audience. Anyway,
Agreed.
moving on. What do you think of this moment?
So, as a messy bitch who loves drama, I live. I thought this was so fun. I'm so happy that, like, because this could have been very boring. And Van said yes and to this situation. What I found
Yeah.
silly, though, was that she was arguing with somebody who didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
She was yelling at a girl who was not making this decision.
Yeah.
Like, if she was talking to Ebony this way, I would have been like, okay, like, let her have it. But, like,
Yeah.
she was yelling at Saltina, who had lost at this point and had no power. So I thought that was very silly, very fun. I live. I felt like the conversation became a little redundant. But I think some of these girls fault into not listening. Like they're already thinking about what they want to say and they're not actually reacting to what these people have said. Because I think Van said it, like, even in the subtitle, it says multiple times the same thing. And like her point came across the first time perfectly fine. She just had nowhere else to go with it. So like it felt very like, okay, we're still yelling about it and not even to the right person. Did Maya even get a chance to talk?
I don't think she did.
There was a moment where it was like, it went from, we got to see Velma cry, PM cried, Van got angry. Maya didn't even get a chance to speak. And that kind of tells you everything you need to know, right?
Yeah, very true. I thought it was like, oh wow, like drama. I love Van Gogh. I really, or as the subtitle says, Van Gogh. I love Van Gogh.
I love Van Star.
Van Star. I love Van Star. But I do think she went from 0 to 100 really quickly.
Yeah.
Like it
She's
was
pissed.
so quick. Yeah, it was like it took 2 seconds. And also, like Saltina is not gonna in front of everybody say that, oh, I would not give my beaver to Velma, my
But
friend.
she did 2 episodes ago. She was like, "You're my
Oh,
family and my friend, but I'm gonna give it to somebody else."
that's true.
Which is
But
why
then it,
I understand why she was like, "Why the
yeah,
fuck are you saying that when you had the opportunity to do that the first time and you still undersold your friend or family allegedly?" Like
that's true.
that's where
Okay,
I get that. I get them. I get Van freaking out about that a little bit, even though
yeah,
it ultimately doesn't matter.
yeah.
But like I think she just really wanted to hear the "I want to save you"
Hmm.
bit. But like I understand why the other girls wouldn't,
Yeah,
based off of what's
yeah.
happened so far.
It's just like, yeah, like she was valid for like calling that out, or everything. But I just think especially at that point, like Velma is crying. So
Yeah.
anything Saltina says is to like not make her cry, to
Yeah.
make her feel better. And so I found it so funny when Velma was going, sorry, Vanguard was going off, and then Saltina is like trying so hard to not say directly to Van that I'm just saying these things to make sure she doesn't cry,
Yeah.
because and so she's had to pretend that no, I believe it, I changed my opinion, because she doesn't want her friend to be like, I'm just saying we should save her because she's crying.
But also, like, should you not be allowed to change your opinion based off of the
You
information
should
presented to you at any given time? Like, yes, you said this one
really.
thing. I think that's where we're having, as a viewer, having an
Yeah.
issue here, where it's like Van even said, "I've never lied. I've only been truthful," even though she was like, "I made an alliance and broke it immediately."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she should be
That's so
able to do
funny.
that, and we shouldn't be able to be like, "Oh, well, you lied." It's like she's allowed
Yeah.
to change her mind, and that's perfectly fine. And that's where it's like it's frustrating because like good, she should break her fucking alliance to win. Like I believe that, but also if she stuck to it, like whatever. People got angry at
Yeah.
me for saving Perla, for being loyal to her because she did the same thing to me.
Yeah.
But like
That
if I had not done that, they would have eaten me alive because the fandom stuck to Perla so hard. So it's like it's interesting to like see them react completely differently to the same situation essentially.
yeah.
It was
Would you have
interesting
would you have
because
saved Van Gogh?
What do you say?
Would you both of you have saved Van Gogh or would you have
See,
saved
if
PM or Velma?
I'm like a what is a competitor in
Yeah.
there, like in place of Ebony, and I'm not like, because if I'm friends with, like, how Ebony is friends with Van.
Yeah.
If because I like Van, but if I was like really good friends with her, then maybe yes, because I don't want to like ruin this real life friendship or whatever. But in competition standpoint, I would definitely put Van in the bottom. Like I
But
would let
she
yeah.
still
her.
has the opportunity to win the lip sync. So then you've like now not only pissed off your friend and alliance member, she
That's
potentially has
true.
the opportunity to come back next week and fuck you over.
That's true. Okay, you know what? Van, yeah, I would probably give it to Van too.
Because
But if
like
I'm saying
Yeah.
like,
that's where this doesn't make sense. Because like even if Ebony had saved PM, like or Maya, for instance, or Velma, and I
yeah,
think Van actually brought this up. It's like, why are we rewarding potential? Like y'all haven't won, so like go home.
yeah,
I think that's a
Mm.
completely valid
agree.
explanation of it because like
Yeah,
I've won 2 challenges and there's another fucking I didn't know at this point, but there's another sewing challenge coming up. Like you want your good
Mhm.
Judy to do that for you,
that's
right?
true.
So
That's
like
so true.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think Ebony played it the best way possible to
yeah,
not I almost said coast to maintain that energy moving into the rest of this season, and I think saving anybody else wouldn't have benefited her. So
that's
I
true. Very
from a
true.
competitive standpoint, saving Van, even though she's competition, will only benefit her moving forward because I don't think
That's true.
PM, Maya, or Velma would have helped Ebony, especially since she didn't say like fucked over her alliance with those people already.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. Also, if I could lip sync like Ebony, nothing would scare me.
Yeah,
I'm
agreed.
like, you bitches. I'll be like, when they get to like Brooklyn is like, who would you choose to save from your Beaver Rabbit? And nobody, and just walk to the back of the stage.
I'm gonna save it for next week. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, somebody should do that. There's no rules against that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, could you imagine if she was like, I don't want to use it today?
Yeah,
Gag. Gag it.
and then Brooklyn is like, I'll be not damned. There you
Yeah.
go.
She's like, not damned.
Yeah, they should do that. You know what? Season 7 girls. Put that in your notes. Let's go.
Lock that away for when you were in
Yeah.
that opportunity.
Amanda, you have anything to say about this?
Honestly, I live for the drama, but all this knowing that Ebony was obviously going to pick Van Gogh, I was like, was this necessary?
Okay, that's true.
It was necessary
Once
for
you-
me to watch the drama, but maybe not for them.
When she walked in and she's like, present your cases. And I'm like, girl.
But that's the thing.
Girl,
It's like I
be
don't think
real.
anybody was very convincing to like win over Ebony's idea of what she
Yeah.
wanted to do. Like I don't think anyone changed her mind. And like the same thing happened to me. I knew exactly what I was gonna do. I just was
Mhm.
stirring the pot for everybody when I had the wooden beaver. I was like, yeah, go ahead. I was open to being convinced otherwise, but I don't think anyone really did that. So
Mm. Now, obvious that Ebony gives it to Van Gogh. So
and then
we're
her
all
little
excited.
snipes on her way back.
Oh yeah, she's like, you're the only realist bitch here, or
Yeah.
something.
And then she got to the back of the room. She's like, girl, save it. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, she's pissed. Oh, I live. I love it. I love it
It was
so
so
much.
funny because on Untucked, she was like, none of you bitches are real, to like all of them, and now
Yeah.
she's like, I love it. I love
a girl who changes her mind on the spot.
Yeah. No, the Queerdo Weirdos and Maya Fox.
Maya Star Fox.
I keep
Star
saying Maya
Fox.
They lip sync. What do you think of this triple lip sync?
Okay, so I watched this live in person last night via the viewing party with PM, and I noticed right away within the first few seconds, like PM's not gonna move a fucking muscle here. They're gonna stay in the middle of that runway, and they had the best spot too. Like
True.
it kind of isolated the other two because I know they wanted to stomp across that stage and go, 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 go. But PM staying there kind of made them have to stay there as well. But I don't think either of them successfully performed the song as anchored as PM did. So like seeing that and having that middle angle, being able to still have eye contact with the judges because they aren't that far away, but Maya is closer. Velma had a harder job to connect with them on the other side of the stage. But this isn't a twirling moment. And there was a moment where PM did move back a little bit and did do a spin, but it was like the appropriate time that like it was earned versus like I feel like Maya in her like Sierra hoodie trying to perform this ballad. And you're like, ooh, I don't know. And she's in her 613 bust down in a ballad, and like this wasn't like she wasn't set up for this. But Velma, I think, like had a very nice costume on, and the hair was fun. Like she had a moment to do this with, and then PM is completely alien, mixed matched, like trying to produce this visceral reaction just visually.
Yeah.
So like, I think it was definitely not the Uma filming sex by any means, but I think PM stole the show here and was very distracting by not doing anything, which is, I think, the best thing you could do in a moment in a lip sync like this, especially when there's so much potentially going on, to just be still in that moment, practicing so much strength and patience for this song, and it really delivered it. So, and when I say not doing nothing, I mean like not doing the Kenya Michaels about, you know.
Yeah. You make me feel, and then Santina's like, oh. That was so funny. Anyway, yeah, I agree with you. I thought PM definitely like every time they cut to Velma, it was kind of clear that the emotions, like Velma was doing like the exaggerated emotion. Maya Fox was just doing whatever. Sorry, I don't know why. It's just like
no, I love it. It is so fun.
Oh my God. But Maya Star was also kind of like Maya Fox.
And you said it. You said it with so much visceral. You're like you punctuated Maya Star.
I was
God, I live. Say it. Maya Fox. Maya Fox. Maya Fox. Maya Fox. Maya Fox. Maya Fox.
Fox. Okay, I've lost my train of thought. Well, I just think PM was great. PM was really, really good. And it's not like the other two were bad or anything, but I think emotionally, like PM was so in tune with the song. And it actually looked like PM was begging to like stay, you know, like this with the emotions and just thing. Even the twirl, greatly timed. Honestly, they didn't need to do that, but they did it. it was great. But I would have even liked just them standing in one place throughout the whole thing. Would have been great. What do you think, Amanda?
I'll keep it brief because I know we've been yapping. I within the first few seconds, I was like, yeah, PM won this. When I saw she wasn't moving, I was like, yeah, I know PM's about to give us a show. And it was tough watching the other two because PM was so strong. Poor Maya. I felt like, I was watching her and I don't think she was smiling, but she was cheery because that's just who she is.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you poor thing. You're here lip sync to this sad song when you're just a happy girl. And then Velma, I was like, well, you're up against PM. Like, you're not going to win. Like, no one's going to win. So it was interesting, but yeah, PM really had this in lock, and I'm glad that they won and got to stay.
Which means double elimination: Maya, Foxx, and Velma Jones.
Velma Jones Star.
Velma Jones Star. There you go. What are you sad about this elimination? Do you, tinfoil hat, Amanda? Anything you want to say about this, or you think that they made sure that Velma goes home?
Well, I did think it was their time.
Wow.
I'm sad. I think maybe if we got to see more Johnny, I would feel differently. But we saw Johnny like once, right? We didn't see Johnny after that. Maybe there was more prepared for the future. Maybe the things just didn't line up. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the way they promoted it. I was expecting not even 50-50, but like to see it more. But we just saw. There's nothing wrong with Velma, obviously, but I think her strengths lie with Johnny because she can just pull, like, the character of it is so funny, and Velma's fun too, but I don't know.
I feel like if we had gotten more of Johnny, it would have been in like mini challenges or like the acting challenge where you could do that. And like we saw Johnny as Justin Trudeau, which doesn't help, but like where you could just add in a male character and still be successful at it versus just being like, oh, we tried it. Like she could have gone in that a little bit further. Even like the runways, like I don't know if Johnny or Velma would have lent themselves either way. If it was like swapped, it still would have worked, I think. And I think we're just like, we wish she didn't have to switch back and forth.
Yeah.
Like if she could have just been Johnny this whole time, I think it would have been actually more impactful having our first drag king on the show solely as a drag king. And then in a mini challenge or quick drag, she's like, look, I did pretty. Like that would have been like fun for us as a viewer. And it feels like it's a little bit of a disservice to her to like not really let her have that full potential validation of like your drag is completely valid and it works successfully in this zone as something that we haven't seen yet. So I think it's sad to see both of them go. I think that's unfortunate, like that they are so fun to see, but it's just like at this point, who else? Like every elimination is gonna suck. It's just gonna like it's a reality TV show, so like the shakedown of it, you can justify it any which way. Like we could have sent anybody home. Like Star could have still been here. Like it's so many different little things that it's like it could have shaken out in any different way, and it just happened to be this. And like even the double elimination on 4 with Kitten and Amy, that could have been any two of them, but it just wasn't. So I don't think there was any ill intention to send them home. It just like it's how it shook out. So
it's just sad because like I honestly fully thought that Velma had like when like the promo dropped and everything, I thought Velma was gonna be in the top 4.
Me too.
And even like Maya Foxx really surprised me because like her snatch game was fierce.
Yeah,
and she won that, and so but I think that winning snatch game doesn't mean you win the competition.
No, and even winning snatch game doesn't mean you win snatch game. So. And you know what? I feel bad for her too because she shared that win with Van. Split that money half. I would have been absolutely livid if I got half of the money.
That's true. Oh, they were out for her. Oh my god, poor Maya. They did not see her as Star.
No,
they saw her as Fox.
They saw her as Man of Green Gables. They sent her packing.
So what did you think of this episode overall?
I think it was very successful. I think I'm glad that they went back to the original format of the slay off. I think
Yeah.
it makes more sense. It fits better.
Yeah.
And I think the girls turned it. I think it was very fun. And congratulations to anybody on season 6 and anybody who was involved in it, because it's a very good season. So
Mhm.
And who's your winner?
I think I'm still team Purple Meanie. I'm still team Van Goth. So
That's their full name? Oh,
yeah.
PM. Sorry, Purple Mini PM. I was like, oh, okay, but no, but you said Vanguard before I
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, no,
Because
it's
their
totally
promos purple and their meanie. Yeah, that was
yeah,
my
that makes sense. So I was like, oh wow, I
PM.
didn't know.
Purple Meanie. Just like your punchlines.
and and Amanda, who do you think is gonna win?
I
Who are
think
you rooting?
after these past couple episodes, or past few, honestly, I'm locked in on Ebony. I think she's gonna win. And she's really pushing through. But then at the same time, every time you see someone who's a clear winner, they don't end up winning on Canada's Drag Race, and they give it to someone you're like, huh? For the most part, lately.
And this is how Paolo still can win.
Exactly. Paola Profession. We called her Paola the entire like 2-episode run.
Well, she was on an episode with Paula Abdul, so I can understand the stim on that.
And people in the comment were like, it's not, it's Paolo. And we just tried so
Paolo.
hard. Liz.
Paolo Star.
Paolo. Now,
Well, who do you think's gonna win Euro?
oh, I didn't think you guys were gonna ask me. I honestly can't pick one. I'm between Vanguard and Ebony.
Okay, how about a gaggy moment? Our first double crowning of Canada's Drag Race.
I would be so sad. I would be very happy about it.
What?
Wait, what?
You said you'd be so sad.
No, SAT. SAT SAT.
Set.
Oh.
I was like,
No,
I'd be
sad.
so sad and so happy about it. I'm like, okay,
Oh.
bipolar queen, I live.
I'm serving you a hormonal imbalance. That's
My favorite kind. Yeah, I feel like there's very clear front runners right now. We have 2 people with 2 wins each, and I don't know if we've had that yet on Canada's Drag Race.
Yeah.
Usually it's like someone with 1, someone with 3.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah.
And then somehow the person with 1 wins.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Yeah.
we have franchise season winners that had not won a single challenge. I think there's
That's
2 of
true.
them now, which is,
Yeah.
I think that's insane. Like, good for them. Y'all
Yeah.
after that whole fucking thing didn't win nothing and still won the show. Eat down.
They
But
won
it's
the
like,
one
that's
thing that
wild.
matters.
Yeah,
They won the one challenge that matters.
the whole competition.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think that's wild. But like, I think a double crowning could be in order this year. Do we have the budget?
No.
I don't know. But would it be fun? Yes.
Yeah. Also,
Right.
like usually Canada picks, I mean, I wouldn't say picks its winner or whatever, but usually they crown the queen who is always the first. Does that make sense? Like with oh my god, I totally forgot her name.
Oh, like
Scorpio.
Venus winning the rose thingy, the rosebud, and then being the winner.
Like winning
No,
the first
no.
episode, or
No. I meant like how Scorpio, Scorpion Queen was like the first black winner,
Oh,
or like the first
Okay.
indigenous winner, and then
Yeah.
Priyanka was like the first South Asian, like
Mhm.
Asian winner, period,
Yeah.
or in like in Canada, and then
we do firsts for sure. So like
First
Ebony
for-
being
yeah.
trans black performer
Yeah.
for the win, or Van Gogh being the first villain of Canada winning.
yeah,
Someone
or
with a
first
lisp.
like queen with a lisp winning.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I totally see like cases for both of them, or that's why I thought Velma like would have been a great contender, because first AFAB
Yeah.
queen. I mean,
Yeah.
Pandora won, but first for Canada.
Yeah,
would be
I
a
think
true-
Velma has definitely opened a door for the rest of Canada to be open
Yeah.
to that, and I think maybe 7 or 8 we would get something closer to that for sure.
Yeah.
Not that Velma
Right.
couldn't win. I feel like it's now that it's in the sphere, it's more of an ideal opportunity to have. So
True. That's very true, and it's all that matters. I mean, Velma Jones is the Gia Gunn of AFAB queens. She opened the doors.
Oh.
Boom boom girl.
Oh
I
my God.
live.
Well, that was so much fun to get to. Well, yes.
But yes,
Oh,
they
we
say
gotta do
well
all
yes
the
way too much.
Sims. Well, yes.
Well, yeah,
The star. I'm a
the
star.
star, like Maya Star.
Maya Star. Oh God. But thank you. This was lovely.
Yes, thank you for
Wow,
joining
said
us
with
on the
so much
podcast.
shadiness. Thank you.
That wasn't shade.
She's a
I thought
nice
it was
queen now.
lovely.
She's nice. She's in her nice era.
Yeah. My Ozempic has killed all the mean.
You know what? I'm gonna need some Ozempic for myself. I'm gonna get some Ruzempic.
The ruse.
That's
Oh
gonna.
yeah, when she comes out with her own line of Ozempic. Oh,
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I'm gonna get.
It'll go in tandem with her coffee enemas.
There you go.
Branded. Yeah.
Do you have any projects coming up you want to shout out or promote your social media handles? Anything to say?
Now that I'm officially off TV, I can't wait to disappear. Being perceived is awful sometimes, and y'all can follow me on Instagram because I'm still one of the least followed of my franchise and my season. So that would be lovely. I think I'm in tie with Terra Nova right now. So if I can get more followers than my lovely pork chop sister, I think that would be very validating for me. So go ahead
The ad
or
is
block
at the
me.
bottom. Please follow Xana. The ad is on the ticker tape.
Yes.
We should remove Bombay's name. They're not here. So
Yeah, where's Bombay? I thought Bombay would be here.
Bombay was like, "Oh, Xana's coming." Okay,
That's what I
and
thought.
then just ghosted us. And just ghosted us.
She's busy
That's
doing something,
classic.
probably.
She's busy doing nothing, honestly.
All right.
Bookings are needed.
All right. Thank y'all
Anyway.
so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
And thank you,
Bye.
Xana.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.